Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today we're taking a look at the DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series Batgirl. You can find this figure and many others like it at Big Bad Toy Store. Just follow the link in the description. As you guys know, I'm a huge Batman fan and fan of the Batman the Animated Series. I think it's the best cartoon ever made, and one of my favorite characters is Batgirl. So that being said, this is one of the figures that I was looking forward to. I've had this for a while. I'm just now able to mess with it, and I've come across a few issues that I have with some other of the animated series figures from DC Collectibles. Remember the Catwoman? I ended up going through 3 of those. Before I finally found one that was okay and did break in my hands. This Batgirl is pretty close to that. Now, whenever I got it, whenever it was in package and I pulled it out, its elbow was turned backwards, and then whenever easy fix, rotate that, but then you got to rotate the little cuff here. I found that one of the boots here is bent in and doesn't have a tilt here at the bottom, so I'm not really sure exactly what to do with that. This knee is super loose, as you can kind of see right there, where this knee is super tight, and whenever you bend it, it actually starts to crack there. So we'll take it off the stand here, which is kind of a new stand, a little strange, but you can see that one knee, kind of going back and forth there, so pretty weak, and you can see this boot standing in. So if we were to, I don't even know how this happens, but you try to just stand her without her stand, I don't think it's going to work because this leg's like bent in. I mean, we can, kind of bend it out like that. I don't know if she'll stand, but then she's like kind of leaning forward, kind of looks weird. Like I said before, bending this knee kind of started to kind of separate this part down there. So this one's a strong joint here. I'd rather them both be like this than, you can see that there. One of the other things is she comes with all these hands. I started to try to pull this hand out, and you can see where it started to kind of tear, where I've noticed this before, where if I tried to pull this hand out, or this fist here, then it's going to leave that stuck in the socket, which I'm not going to be able to have that. So now I would have a figure with no hand. And then this one, I didn't really even want to attempt it, but I started to because I was like, I want to put her boomerang in one of her hands, and I usually, do it in the right because I'm right-handed. But I was like, well, whatever, we'll do it in the left, and it doesn't seem to want to come out either. Also, this is the elbow that was put in package in reverse. This one seems pretty strong, where this one's, pretty loose. Sorry about that. So a few issues there, kind of right off the bat. Let's see if we can get her to stand on her own. Yeah, okay. So we get her to stand. This is like a new looking stand because I haven't had them like this. It's always been one of those things where it's 2 things sticking in the back, which is weird because it takes up a lot of shelf space. But this one, you have this thing where you can clip it, and it has like a which is nice, like a little spring to keep it tight on the figure. The only problem is she comes with a cape, and you got this long pole. You'd think that you'd make it, I don't know, like cut right there, or do they expect us to do these things? I expect them to be perfect whenever you take them out of package. So instead of because of the cape, instead of doing it around the waist where it would look a lot better, just because of the cape, you have to do it around the legs, which kind of looks a little silly, but oh well, what are you going to do, So, all right, as far as hands, she comes with 5 sets. Obviously, the fist that she comes in package with. She comes with, let's see here. Let's get these focused. All right. These look like they're boomerang throwing hands, but they're not. She couldn't fit anything in there, and then the paint is glopped on, so there's not even a hole to stick anything. So these hands are pretty much a waste, in my opinion. Then she comes with like 2 little open hands, which again, all these hands will be really cool if I could take the fist out that she currently has and, put these in and swap them out. Then 2 clawing hands. So, and then the hands for the boomerang. Kind of these little open hands, which have a perfect slot there to hold the boomerang, as you can see. But and that was kind of my plan. And the boomerang or Batarang, I can't put it in her hand. So as far as articulation goes, head, rotate, pretty much it, because you have that hair sitting back there with the arm in and out, rotation there, elbow bend, rotate. The gauntlets, actually turn here. I'm not going to do this fist here because I don't want to break it off. And I'll wait it too long to, exchange it or, return it if I did break it, because I bought this like months ago. Nothing in the waist, the legs, back and forth, in and out. You have the knee bend, and then you have the boots that rotate, and then the feet that go. Well, that's not moving. This one does, up and down. So again, I thought that they had fixed their problems with some of their figures being so fragile that as soon as you take them out of package, that you're just moving them the way that you're supposed to or intended to, because they put that articulation in them, and they end up breaking as soon as you take them out of package. I thought DC Collectibles, because that's why they waited a lot longer for the Wave 2, because Wave 1 was breaking in people's hands, and it appears that they didn't fix those issues, which really sucks. So because I like this line and wanted to see it continue. But yeah, this is just kind of a mess too. So I like the idea of the little spring thing. You just made this too tall. But anyways, hopefully that helps you guys on your decision on whether this is something that you want to pick up or not. I love this character. I love this series, and I've collected all the figures to this point, and all the vehicles and everything like that. So just they need to fix their quality, or this line's gonna die just like the icon. So kind of my 2 cents on that. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.